Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. And in today's video, we're going to see how to extract data of e-commerce companies using Clay and Storeleads. Now, say for example, you are running a marketing agency or are offering logistics services or any payment tech or any other technological support to e-commerce companies. And if that is your target audience, then this video will help you in terms of understanding how can you create a complete powerful workflow using Clay and Storeleads to build a highly targeted prospect list. This will include company names, websites, tech stack, revenue estimates, and more. So by the end of this video, you will be able to have a repeatable system to generate qualified e-commerce leads on demand. So let's quickly get started. Now, first of all, when we come on to Clay, what we're going to do is we're going to create a quick workbook. And over here, when we create a workbook on the left-hand side, as you can see, there are multiple sources that we have in place through which we can gather or start with the data. So when I click on all sources, my primary source over here for getting the e-commerce platform is store leads. So when I type in the search store leads, I have over here find companies with store leads option and I go on it. When I continue on it, what it's going to ask me is if I have a specific query in mind. So say for example, if I'm looking for a specific sort of apparel brand, like apparel brand selling hoodies or so, then I can mention that queries. Or if I want to keep it open-ended, then I can keep it open-ended as well. Next is the e-commerce platform. So say if I only and only want to approach companies that are on Shopify. So I can just simply type in Shopify over here. I can mention the technologies if I'm looking for any specific technologies. This comes in handy, say for example, when you are a payment aggregator and you're looking for say any competitor technologies over here, or say if you're in the marketing space and you're looking at what all marketing tools that particular e-commerce company using. That's wherein you can use it. For now, I'm going to keep that open and I'll move on to category. When I talk about the category, there are multiple categories that StoreLeads has bifurcated e-commerce websites into. For our use case, I'll just take apparel. And over here, in terms of feature, it tells us that, okay, what sort of a page it is. I'm just keeping this open for now. And I'll select the country as say India. Next is it tells us how many results do we want to export. So in this case, I'll just take 50 results to begin with. And then finally, we have the other filters as well. So if we want to say, for example, filter based on other multiple parameters, like say, if I want to narrow down to a city level, or if I want to even see that, okay, how many minimum views or visits does this particular page have, if that is my qualifying criteria. So I can even do that. So for example, I'm targeting city as Mumbai. So I've just taken city as one of the filters and say, if I want to also have the minimum visits to be a particular number so that I know that, okay, this particular e-commerce platform is getting some traction. So I can have, say, estimated visits minimum as one more filter. And over here, the filters pop in. So I'll just type in, say, Mumbai over here as a city and estimated visits as a minimum. Let's keep it as, say, 10,000. And then I'll just quickly submit it. So what happens over here is that immediately as soon as this is done, we have the results that get populated over here. And once the results get populated and when I actually click on it, what I'm able to see is the details that I'm able to get from StoreLead. So although we filtered based on those specific parameters, but we are able to get with many more details, right from say apps in terms of the tech stack that particular company is using to knowing what is the revenue that they are making. So what I can do is that I can just simply add these fields into different columns based on how I want to have it. So say for example, if I'm looking at, say, the company name to be my first field, then over here, there is a thing called as merchant name, which I can then add as a column. Then if I want to add the website, so I'll click on the website, I'll add the website column. So I have those columns created. Next, say, for example, I want to also add the city. So I'll add the city as the column. I can see what other details do I have. So over here, I have, say, the description. If I want, I can add the description. If say, for example, I want to see how many products do they have, so I can add the product count over here. So that becomes a very important parameter to see that, okay, how many SKUs they have. So if I'm in the logistics space, this becomes relevant for me to gauge that, okay, if they have these many products and these many orders, they might be getting. I have the estimated sales over here as an option. So I can understand what is the volume of sales that they are doing, so a monthly or an annual basis. So that is how this particular platform works, wherein I can then add more and more details that I want to. So this way, we're able to get all relevant details that we want of those e-commerce platforms for us to then qualify. Now, see, once we are done with this, we have added the data points that we are looking for. We have filtered those data points. The next step over here is to find people in these companies. So how do we do that? So for that, when we click on overview over here, one of the most interesting things that Clay offers is a flowchart sort of a diagram through which we are able to see that, okay, what is the source, what is the output, and if you want to add the next steps to it. So in this case, say when I click on the plus over here, I want to find the people at these companies. So I can just simply click on it, and immediately I have my filter over here wherein I'm able to see all the people in those specific companies. Further, what I can do is that I can use, say, other filters like, say, the job title to target specific people in those companies. Say, for example, if I'm just looking to target the CEO or the founder, then I can do that. If I'm looking to target, say, a particular function, so say you're pitching marketing services and you would want to target the CMO or marketing managers, then you can just select the entire job function and you will have your data output created accordingly. So similarly, as you can see, I have the data of the prospects also created, and I'll just quickly continue and import this to a new table. So once I've imported this data to a new table, I have two tabs over here, as you can see. One is my original tab where I have the company list, and then I have the people tab wherein I have the prospects. Now, say you want to consolidate this into a single sheet itself, wherein you have the company data as well as the people data. So what you can do is that over here, in the company table data from which we have imported the company names, you can just quickly click over here and we have those exact details over here. So I can add to column again to get that data point mentioned in this table itself. And finally, I have all of those data points in one single place. So this is how you can structure and organize your entire data file that will give you a more targeted prospect data. And finally, once this data is in place, if you want to enrich the person's profile further, you can obviously check on the other action items, say enrich person to get more details about them. You can even look at, say, getting the contact details by enriching the work email of the person. And this is exactly how you can use StoreLeads and Clay to build a structured prospect list for your sales team to reach out to e-commerce companies. So that was about it. I hope you found this interesting. And if you like the video, then please do subscribe to our channel for more such video and more such tutorials. Thank you so much for watching this one.